Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make it in esports. If you guys want to see more content like this, just let us know in the comments below. Super excited to show you guys this video, and let's get into it. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about the path to going pro in esports. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm going to guess that you at some point have wanted to go pro in esports, but you might not have a super good idea of exactly how to do that. Well, luckily for you, I'm going to be using my experiences as a competitive Dota 2 player to kind of guide you guys along and tell you what's what. I basically want to give you guys the real knowledge and the real path to go pro today. So, when I was coming up in the Dota 2 game, I thought about this topic a lot. A lot of people will just say that making it in esports is completely luck-based, and at some level, it definitely is. Just like in pro sports, not everyone is going to be able to make it. But if you play your cards right and you work harder than everyone else, it will improve your chances a lot. Now, you can break this stuff down into three basic categories. Category number 1 is timing. Category number 2 is picking the right game. And number 3 is the work. Let's get into it. Timing is extremely important in the process of making it in esports. The easiest example I can show you guys is Ninja. He was a Halo pro for years and he experienced moderate success, but when he really blew up was when he found Fortnite and he hopped on it early. He was able to be a huge content creator for Fortnite, as well as one of the most respected players early on just because of how early he picked up the game. If you look at older games like League of Legends and Dota 2, the barrier to entry in the pro scene is so much larger because there are already so many great players at the top. This can make it much harder to get noticed and convince older players to give you a shot over their friends. It definitely isn't impossible to make it in an older game, just a lot more difficult. So if you're looking to maximize your chances of making it in esports, you need to find a new game that looks promising and stick with it. That'll be your best chance to make a name for yourself. Now, the next question is, how do you pick the right game? There are two major factors that this is broken down into. Number 1, your game needs to be able to remain popular for a long time. This means that your game needs to be unique and ideally have a good company backing it. The next part is making sure that you truly enjoy the game, because if you don't enjoy MOBAs or you hate playing FPS games, then you will never be able to go pro in that genre. Earlier this year, there were a lot of eyes on Valorant, and many CSGO pros made the switch. We'll cover this in a future video in more depth, but this was essentially because Valorant is backed by Riot Games, who has handled League's esports scene well, and it also looked unique. It's similar enough to CSGO and Overwatch to immediately gain the interest of those player bases, while also introducing new mechanics to make it its own unique thing. And that's what made Valorant such a good game to switch to for those pros. Now, the last category is all about putting in the required work. You need to be realistic with yourself. If you're planning to go pro, you cannot be a casual gamer. You need to be comfortable sacrificing other parts of your time. It's the same time commitment as trying to go pro in the NFL or the NBA. My hope is, if you're watching this video, you already understand this. But I see plenty of people that just like to casually game, thinking that they can make it as a pro. Pro gaming is not easy to get into, and you have to be ready to put in thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours to even have a chance. So just be ready for that, and be ready to deal with burnout as a gamer. We're going to cover that one in a future video, and for now, that is all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys again so much for checking out the channel. We're putting out new content every single week. Hope you guys have been enjoying these. I think we're getting them down, and yeah, just stay tuned.